Welcome back, this is Maddie, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the queue. The queue is how you'll be practicing all those flashcards you've made in RemNote. All your cards will be studied using a built-in spaced repetition algorithm, which automatically schedules your cards to be practiced based on how well you know them. So let's go over all the ways that you can study from your knowledge base. In the sidebar, you'll see a flashcards tab. This starts a global queue of all of the flashcards in your entire knowledge base. The number beside flashcards represents how many flashcards I have that are due today based on that spaced repetition algorithm. I have 11,354. It's quite a bit. I haven't studied in a month or so after I finished my boards, but clicking on the flashcards tab will open up a global queue. As you can see, flashcards for everything. Before we get into the queue, let's look at the other ways that you can also practice from your flashcards. But as you add more flashcards to your knowledge base or you continue learning about new topics, it's pretty unlikely that you're going to want to study from everything all the time. So let's look at the ways that you can actually study from individual documents or folders or even from Rem themselves. For any documents that you have pinned to the sidebar, I have my faves category here and I pinned the medicine document to my sidebar. By hovering your cursor over any of these Rem, you'll also see this flashcards icon. And if you click this icon, you can go ahead and just start a queue based on all the flashcards in that particular Rem. Next, you can also use the All Notes tab and just access the page settings for the Rem you want to practice from. So I want to click on the All Notes tab to come back to the home screen here. Let's go to a folder. For example, if I wanted to study just the flashcards from my obstetrics class, I can go to the right, click on the page settings icon, which is denoted by these three dots here, and practice Rem how I please. Remember that these page settings are exactly the same settings you can find if you open up that Rem into your editor. So for example, I'll open up the obstetrics folder into my knowledge base, and the icon up here represents the same exact page settings as the All Notes tab. Now, if you choose to study using the page settings, there's actually two options you have for practicing your Rem. You'll see practice with spaced repetition or practice all cards. Using practice with spaced repetition, you'll only be shown the cards that you have due today using the spaced repetition algorithm. However, you also have the option to practice all cards, regardless of whether the cards were supposed to be scheduled to practice today. So for example, I'm going to press the practice with spaced repetition, and you'll see I have 491 cards to study from. Now, if I go back to this document and practice all cards, it actually gives you an option to continue where you left off if you want to. Let's just press OK. You'll actually see that I have 532 cards here, which means that the 35 or so cards that are not scheduled were shown up in this queue. It's also important to note that although you're practicing all of your cards here, by practicing all cards, you're actually still applying spaced repetition. You're just making it so that all the cards were actually due today. Basically, you're starting the spaced repetition over again from today, regardless of when they were supposed to be due. I find that practicing all cards is useful right before exams, kind of when you want a quick run through of everything in that Rem. And practicing with spaced repetition is kind of better for long-term retention and memory if your exam is really far away. But both of them useful options for different occasions. All right, now let's dive into the actual queue itself. I'm just going to start a queue from my Step 2 folder, which I use for the USMLE Step 2. Let's just start at the top here. This number right here represents how many flashcards are left in this particular queue. And you can go ahead and change the folder you want to practice from by using this drop-down menu here. All of the options that show up here are going to be like the last queues you opened up. And it also tells you how many cards you have in that folder that need to be practiced, next to all of the cards in that entire folder. You can use the arrow at the top left of the screen to exit your queue. The pencil icon is to edit your Rem. If you click on it, you can either choose to edit that Rem now if you find an error or some mistake, or you can just use this button to tag it for later. And these are the hotkeys associated with those functions. Let's say I want to edit this Rem because I found a typo here. I spelled retroperitoneum wrong. I can use the pencil, or I can just click E to edit the Rem now. And this will pull up a Edit Now editor. I can go ahead and make a change in my flashcard right here. Or if I want to get to this later because I'm too focused on my queue right now, I can add a quick message, typo in card, and I can press this to send it to the edit later. And the last thing in the toolbar are the queue settings. Clicking on the three dots will bring up the queue settings, and it just shows some other functions you have for working in your queue. For example, if you want to go back to the previous flashcard you just studied, you can press left arrow. To disable that flashcard, press B. To disable all the flashcards from that rem, remember you can have 2 flashcards per rem, a forwards and a backwards. You can use F to disable both of them. P brings up a preview of the document, and you can actually make edits in your document from the queue. So let me show you what that looks like here. Let's go ahead and answer this flashcard here by pressing show answer, and I'm going to press P. Now P actually opens up this rem in your queue, and you can see where it was. This is the flashcard here that we just studied, and you can even make edits. It's kind of like a mini editor in your queue. This lets you see context of where that flashcard is in your knowledge base, see related rem, and you can even make edits here if you please. To view the card's metadata, you can type /. This brings up the metadata for the card, like how easy it is, where it is in the spaced repetition algorithm, the last time you practiced it, and the next time you need to practice it. And lastly, there's no hotkey, but you can choose to disable all the flashcards in the document that the flashcard is from using this button here. Let's look at the flashcards themselves. As you study flashcards, you're going to see this blue bar at the top fill up. That represents your progress for the day, and filling up the blue bar, you will be able to add to your streak. Let me just go ahead and quickly blast through some of these flashcards so you can see what that looks like. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Boom. 1 day streak. You can customize how many cards you want to target for your streak in your settings. It's just kind of a fun way to gamify studying, makes it more enjoyable, and also gives you an incentive. Like after you reach your target, you can take a break, or if you're feeling motivated, you can keep learning. And you also get stats for how quickly you were able to answer your flashcards. I kind of just blazed through that as an example, but probably should have taken me more than a minute to do those 50 flashcards. As you can see, the flashcards themselves also contain the hierarchy. This makes studying much more focused and more clear, so you know exactly what your flashcards are asking for. There are a lot of benefits of studying from your flashcards using this parent-child hierarchy system. First, your flashcards have context. This way you're not studying just random standalone bits of information. You can actually add details from where they came from. Next, creating flashcards using the parent-child system also allows you to create series of flashcards that build upon the context of the previous ones. For example, let me find a flashcard where I did this for. Right here. This is a good one. So the original parent rem asked this vignette question right here. Then I made additional flashcards asking questions based on the same parent vignette. So for this case, the answer was diabetic retinopathy, and I made an additional flashcard about what management can prevent complications of diabetic retinopathy. And I can continue making more series of flashcards down this same pathway if I wanted to. When you encounter numbers in your queue, these represent multi-line flashcards. So the 5 here would represent 5 different bullet points for this one rem. Probably not the best flashcard, but it's very helpful to know how many rem you have left to practice, so you know how many things you should try to be recalling. To study your cards, if you're using your mouse, go ahead and click Show Answer. Likewise, you can press any button on your keyboard to reveal the other side of the rem. And then you can choose one of these options for how you want to classify this rem in the spaced repetition algorithm. Too soon means you accidentally press the flashcard, and it'll actually move that flashcard back 1 hour into your queue to practice again. Forgotten means you didn't know the flashcard at all, and it'll be thrown back into your queue in 1 minute, and the spaced repetition stats will reset. And as you move to the right, you're classifying that flashcard as easier or not. Partially recalled means, yeah, you definitely missed some stuff in that rem. If it was like a multi-line rem, you might have got like 2 out of 5. Recalled with effort means it took you a while to figure it out, but you eventually got it. And immediately means, yeah, easy peasy, you can push it back as far as possible. And the time beneath each of these options shows how far back you're pushing that rem. I have my RemNote set to a maximum of 3 months in advance, so nothing's going to get pushed back further than that. And you can customize all of this in the spaced repetition algorithm settings. I'm going to go into those details in a completely different video. We have 2 different options for each of these buttons. One is for lefties, one is for righties, depending on what kind of lazy you are. So for example, it would be back tick here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 for left-handed users. Or for the right-handed users, it's going to be H, M, K, comma, and L. You'll also notice that in some of my flashcards, there's this gray line that divides the flashcard from this extra information at the bottom. For these rem, I added extra card details, or additional information I wanted to be shown only when I revealed the answer of my flashcard. This is done by using a tag in RemNote called extra card detail, which is a power-up, and I'll cover that more extensively in the power-up rem video. But to quickly show you what that looks like, let's just go back to this source document here. Here's the rem that I just studied, and the back side of the flashcard is primary ovarian insufficiency. You can add children to flashcards and tag them with extra card detail. And everything in that child will be shown as an extra card detail of this rem. So extra card detail, for example, just gonna go ahead and study this so you can see extra card detail shows up. All right, just a couple more things in this video before I wrap it up. If you exit your queue and go to your settings in Flashcards tab, you can change the settings for your queue. And there's actually an option to manually type in answers while you're studying from your queue. If spelling is important to you or if being very precise is important, you have that option here. And the last thing I'm going to mention is in the Labs tab in settings. These are kind of the experimental features that we're working with. You can find some experimental queue settings in here as well. All right, guys, that was everything about the queue and a little bit more. Hope that helps you stay focused and start crushing your exams. Feel free to rewatch this video as much as you need to, and I will see you all in the next video.